It's just prime.
What is up, guys? Dave here, aka Rodimus Prime 89. Thank you for joining me once again for another unboxing. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at another masterpiece from the McFarlane toy line, more specifically the DC Multiverse action figure line. We're going to be looking tonight at Batman from the Batman Arkham Knight video game. Now, it's actually interesting how I got this action figure. I am a part of an online Facebook toy community called the Toy Box. They're really great. It's run by my good friend Gobo Moran, along with Scotty Levine and Stormy John. It's a great online community, as I said, on Facebook, just really created for collectors of comic books, action figures, memorabilia, all kinds of cool stuff. Really, you can find just about anything if you look hard enough, and there's a decent sized community, always looking to grow. In fact, I'll go ahead and leave the link to their group page on Facebook in the description below. But anyway, all that to say, I actually won a Deathstroke DC Multiverse figure from them during a giveaway, and I was really excited to get that. I think it's just a wonderful figure, which I will almost certainly be doing an unboxing of as well. I mean, why not? It's a great figure. But once I got that, I was actually thinking that I kind of wanted a companion Batman piece to go with it. When I kind of put them up the display, I figured I might display them fighting with each other or something like that. So I kind of looked around at the other DC Multiverse Batman figures, and this is certainly not a knock against Todd McFarlane. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of his work. If you saw my Kickstarter Spawn unboxing video, you certainly know I'm a fan. But something about most of those Batman figures from this line, with the exception of the Flashpoint Thomas Wayne figure, which is amazing. I might just buy that anyway and do another unboxing. But with the exception of that, there's just something kind of lacking, in my opinion, about a lot of those other Batman figures. Something, I don't know, the costume or something about each of those I just didn't love. So I finally found this one online. I was just kind of browsing around, seeing what other Batman figures they had for this DC Multiverse line. And I actually saw this Arkham Knight Batman specifically. I've never actually played the game. I haven't played the games. I generally don't. I get a lot of motion sickness. But I've heard they're very popular games. They look really cool. I might still go pick them up at some point and try them out. But I saw this one specifically for that Arkham Knight game, and I just didn't see these in the stores anymore. So I kind of decided, well, I guess I'll go take a look on eBay. Maybe I could find something, that's not outrageously, marked up by some eBay seller. But funny enough, I was on a live auction on the Toy Box. This one was being run by Mr. Stormy John of the Toy Box, and I actually found this figure on there. I went ahead and purchased it from him, and I just got this, and I am beyond excited for this. I think it's just a gorgeous figure. It's really cool. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. Okay, going into some of the cool articulation here. Obviously, we see his arm can rotate all the way around. His arm comes up to here, but I think if you lift his little, I don't know if you should do this, but if you lift up his little shoulder pad here, gives him a little bit more clearance there. Let's try that on the other side. Okay, that's not bad. Unlike the Spawn figure I have. Oh, that does kind of twist. Okay, I looked earlier, it didn't quite. So you can twist, but the only thing is you're going to twist the shoulder pad when you do that. So do that at your own discretion. But you can turn his forearm. Well, this upper part of his bicep, I guess it can turn. His forearm, however, does not turn. It does bend, of course, as all figures like this should. It does have that extra elbow hinge there, joint, whatever you call it, I don't know. So he could bend his arm like that, or he could bend it back further. I think that's kind of ugly looking, but not the biggest deal though. I don't know if there's a way that they can maybe, like with the design, to make that look a little cleaner, but still pretty cool. It's not too bad. And of course, same deal other side, because that'd be really stupid to only have one side of the figure be able to do that. His wrists, turn. I don't know if it's a ball joint, what you call that. You can kind of move them in like so. Can't really bend them back. Can't really. You can kind of lean them down a little, but doesn't have the most give there. But just depending on what you're doing, I don't know if you really need to do that. Same here. Okay. All right, get a closer look at that utility belt. A lot of cool detail in that. I expect nothing less than from Todd McFarlane at this point with the details. Yeah. His armor is really kick-ass. See great texture under there. Certainly with like his neck here. Cool textures. Even inside the elbow joint there of his armor looks really good. That's really cool. His gauntlets here. It's kind of hoping these would be like a little harder plastic, but kind of bend. But still really, really cool looking. More detail here in the bicep, shoulder pad, even the side of the cowl here. Looks really good. Yeah, the armor looks great. I have watched some other, reviews, unboxing videos of this guy, and I guess a common complaint that I've seen is that they don't, I guess he's not the most accurate. The suit is not the most accurate to the video game, which, from what I've seen, again, I haven't really played the game, but from what I can tell, it looks mostly accurate. The only things I've noticed from the pictures I've seen, this little part of the shoulder pad here, at that crease, and some of the abdomen here. It might be hard to tell from the lighting, but that's all black here on the figure. So from what I've seen, the pictures of the games, that's just gray. This is gray, and this is more gray, which that might be a better look. I think I would prefer seeing more of the gray here, as opposed to just like all black. But as far as the look of the character goes, that would really be my only critique. For the suit, that would just make it a perfect figure if this was just gray, in my opinion. A little more gray than the black, because, yeah, it's balanced pretty good. Otherwise, more texture in the leg here. Yep. That all looks to be pretty accurate from what I've seen. But, what do I know? Going back to the articulation. Move his leg straight out. Bend his heel. Bend his toe. Much like the elbow, got a couple of extra little parts here for the knee. You can bend it just like that. Or, I think that's kind of cool looking. Bend it all the way back like that. And of course, that's the situation for both legs. The waist, we go completely around. McFarlane felt the need to sculpt his ass, so he did. Details, I guess. His boots look really cool. A lot of detail in the boots as well. Looking back at his ankles here. Go all the way around. Bend them up. Toe, like I said, goes up and down. And kind of bend the ankle back. Bend that ankle forward and back. I think it can kind of even get a little side action in there. So that's it's a good level of articulation, actually. The cape, of course, would not be a McFarlane figure if there is not a very cool, very very shapely cape. Lots of creases, much like the Spawn cape. The texture is different, obviously, but yeah, a lot of details, a lot of creases. That's a very McFarlane thing, and that doesn't surprise me at all, and I am here for it. For those of you who've seen any of my other unboxing videos of action figures, you'll know that something I talk about a lot is the head sculpt. And I love this Batman's head sculpt. Again, going back, details on the cowl, very cool. I think the face can be an easy thing for some toy makers to kind of ignore or just like not really care too much about, but you can see his eyes in here. Hell, man, he could even see right up the dude's nose. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Kind of see his butt chin and everything, man. Like, great detail of the face, and I love it. I think it's so cool. Articulation on the head is really impressive. You can look up, look down. Hey, look up, look down. Obviously side to side. Homeboy can go full on exorcist if you really wanted him to, because he wasn't fucking scary enough already. Okay, let's see. You can tilt his head. Kind of a... the fuck you looking at? That kind of thing. So I could turn his head up, down. Yeah, great articulation for the head, all that to say. His head could even kind of... and kind of do a Roxbury. Yep. I am really impressed with this suit. It's just such a cool looking suit, man. It's it's functional, but it's like a tactical suit too. So I think this is what the Dark Knight movies were kind of going for, but I'll be honest, I really enjoy those movies. They're awesome. They're great. They're their own thing. But man, I didn't really like the design of the Batmobile or the Batsuits, man. Like, I think the Batsuit and the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises look like shit. Like, something just, I don't know. It just looks crappy, in my opinion. I get why they did it. It's more functional. It's easier to move around. But they could have made a suit like this. So, in the future... because there will be absolutely more Batman movies. Warner Bros. Would be stupid not to keep making money on that. But in the future, they should talk to the designers that gave Batman the look on the Arkham game series, because this is great. In fact, his head here, yeah, it looks good. It's functional in the way that it is in the Dark Knight movies without being stupid looking, in my opinion. And yeah, it's functional because like in the Burton Batmans, he could not turn his head. He had to turn his whole body whenever he wanted to. But all that to say, it's great. Yeah, look at that. I love it. So I think there are a few more things in the box that I did not pull out quite yet. So let's see if I can go ahead and stand this figure up. For those of you who've seen some of my videos, I have issues with standing these guys up. So I don't know if this will go any better for me. Or at least, I don't know if it'll be a good looking pose for him if I do. Like, it might just look kind of awkward and goofy. So I am certain he's gonna look like ass when I pose him. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, this whole thing comes out. Son of a bitch. Just a nice little DC branded stand for our guy. Nothing else there. Really simple, but yeah. It'll come in handy because I have trouble standing up a lot of my figures, so good to know, good to have. Also included is this pretty cool Batman card. I wouldn't call it a trading card, just maybe a bio card, a stat card. Data file, why not? You guys can go ahead and take a look at that if you like. Just a quick little, the bio we all know, yeah, he was orphaned, all that good stuff. I mean, that's not good, that's fucked up, but you know what I'm saying. You know the deal about Batman. His name is Bruce Wayne, he's 6'2", he weighs 210 pounds. Kind of cool. I think all the DC Multiverse figures come with some kind of card like this, so definitely hang on to it. Kind of fun. I like it. I don't love his weapons. This just seems... It's probably just the packaging. But the gun seems a little warped. It's not the sturdiest piece of plastic I've ever seen. And I feel like they could do better on that. If that's a critique. Yeah, this thing, I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Like I said, it's an explosive gel gun or some crap. Yeah. Okay, I've got to be honest. I don't love this ECG, whatever it's called, electrical charge gun or whatever. I mean, it's kind of cool looking, but I think it's a little warped. It's a little bent. It doesn't appear to be made of the sturdiest plastic, and I've seen plenty of like weapons on figures that are like sturdier. Yeah, not that I should be bending it anyway, but don't love that about it. All right, and then we've got this little guy here, the explosive gel gun. I don't really know the deal with that. I mean, they could have just given this figure a grappling hook and called it a day, but I mean, it's fine. Just a little guy there. Not a big deal. Whatever. What I will say, though, I think this battering is pretty damn cool. Because why not? He's a goddamn Batman. Why wouldn't he have a battering? It's his most famous weapon. Other than as a shock repellent spray. But of course, fun little detail. The camera might not be picking it up, but there's a little bat there in the center. White or silver. Kind of a nice little curve to it. Yeah. It's not enough that it's shaped like a fucking bat. He's got to brand it again with the Batman symbol inside the bat-shaped weapon he already has. But no, this is pretty cool. I do really like this. It's simple. It's classic. And it sure gets the job done. But yeah. Gotta say, I'm really impressed with this. Well, I guess one other, not even a critique. It's a preference. It's a preference. I think I'd probably just do the ears a little bit shorter. I don't really love the long ear look, but it's not bad. I'm just so used to seeing Affleck's Batman. I think I just got used to the shorter ears. But yeah, this is just such a fun figure. It's like, yeah, badass. I'm gonna make him do all kinds of stupid ass poses, but whatever. But yeah. I am gonna go out on a limb. Granted, I keep saying I'm not an action figure collector, but here I am doing more unboxing videos and actually collecting action figures. So I'm gonna stop saying I'm not a collector of figures anymore. But I will say I'm not an expert. Certainly not by any means. I'm relatively new to collecting figures. I had Batman figures as a kid. So, in my humble opinion, this is the best Batman figure I have seen. The best Bruce Wayne Batman I've seen anyway. I'm sure there's some cool Elseworlds stuff out there. Like I said, the Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman looks amazing. McFarlane has done a lot of cool Batman stuff. I know there's like platinum editions, gold ones, or whatever. A lot of cool things. Some other people are going to have their preferences. Some will like the Arkham City Batman better. Yeah, there's all kinds of other ones. But like I said, personally, I just didn't love some of their suit designs. Some of like the face sculpts on some of them. Some of them seem a little more cartoony than others. Azrael's a great figure. I don't know if you consider him Batman though. That's Jean-Paul Valley or whatever his name is. That's another I don't consider him to be Batman, but that figure does look pretty badass too, I will say. So maybe I'll get him and do an unboxing review of him too. I dig this figure, man. I think this is the best Batman figure I've ever seen. So, I don't know. Again, not the expert on these, but personal opinion, this is a fucking badass. It's a rad Batman. So, yeah, feel free to leave comments. Tell me what you don't like about this. Maybe there's something I overlooked. I mean, in fact, I'm certain there are lots of things I overlooked, but yeah. I'm really impressed with this, man. It's great. Do all kinds of... It's pretty damn flexible, man. Yeah. Yes, I absolutely love this figure. I did read that he's kind of hard to get him to stand, though. Something about the way his feet are oriented. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. That actually appears to look a little better. I guess something else they could have done, they could have given him interchangeable hands, because he's got these, you know, just open hands. And Batman's a brawler. He likes to beat some ass, so maybe some closed fists would be kind of cool too. That's something they could have done. But again, really hard to find anything for me personally to complain about this figure. Oh, it's kind of a cool pose. Yeah, it's really hard for me to find anything to really complain. I think this is just such a great looking figure. The best Batman action figure I've ever seen. So, well, the best I've ever seen that's not like ridiculously overpriced, $200 or some, you know, Diamond Select statue, some shit like that. So, if you guys have better figures out there, if you've seen better figures out there, please comment. Tell me why you think they're better. Tell me why you think this one sucks. And maybe I'll check those out and unbox them too. But, yeah. He's great. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching again. Please feel free to like and subscribe. I've got more unboxing videos coming, a lot of other videos coming on the channel. Yeah. Thanks for checking it out. Once again, this has been Rodimus Prime 89. Have a good one.